Okay, good morning, everyone. So, our group chose to look at the question, what of morality? So, it's our belief that society influences our morals, and this can either be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on your views. So, I want you to just take a second and think about where you get your morals. Like, it's anywhere from family, television, social media, what you read, our politics, your friends. It really comes from all around. And that's what we're going to show to you during the course of this presentation. So we'll be discussing how we get our morals and how they can morph and change based on different circumstances. And so regardless of if you believe that your morals are gained consciously or subconsciously, it's good to take a step back and try and look and see where they actually come from and how they can change. So we're going to be looking at three main examples this morning. We're going to look at views on tattoos, new and old, religious beliefs in relation to abstinence, and then a legal view on parents' role on the influence of their children's morals and actions.
So tattoos are a big example of how society has sort of shaped this moral view for us. In the past, they were sort of taboo. Only really like military people or gang members typically got them. It was, questioned among normal people. It was people couldn't get a job. It was difficult to fit in society if you had a tattoo. Society saw this as a morally wrong thing to do, to put this mark on your body unless you were part of a certain organization. Then they thought it was more okay and acceptable. This view has shifted a lot in recent years. Tattoos are widely accepted. You see them among all generations. They're most common in younger generations, X and millennials. So 73% of first tattoos that people get are between the ages of 18 and 22. They're even beginning to be more accepted in the workplace, so people can actually get a job now with these marks, and employers are seeing it as a morally okay thing to do. So they're a good form of expression. People use them to express how they're feeling, what their beliefs are. So this indicates a really clear shift in our society's morals over the years, and in turn, it affects how we view ourselves and each other. Society is becoming more accepting. It's gained a lot of acceptance over past generations. We're okay with more things, not just tattoos, but religious principles, abortion, gay marriage, all that sort of stuff. We've begun to become more accepting, and this is just one of the examples of how that's been implemented in society. People are okay with others expressing themselves in different ways. Obviously, tattoos are a huge form of expression, and that's how people get some of their ideas across, and people are becoming okay with this now. They're okay with people marking their bodies in this way and expressing themselves even in ways that we might not appreciate. And we don't try to interfere with these practices. If someone's doing something we don't like, we have less of a tendency to interfere with it like we used to. We're just letting people do their own thing. This is how society's morals have sort of shifted.
So this girl isn't here, so I'm just going to take over hers, I guess. So this is religion regarding morals, and many people are using religion as a reason to uphold a certain morality that society may be trying to shift, or religion may also be enforcing. So our example that we used was abstinence until marriage. So this is how it relates in Christianity. There's a few quotes here that you can, or I guess I'll read them. Marriage should be honored by everyone. A husband and wife should keep their marriage pure. God will judge as guilty those who take part in sexual sins. And then don't let anyone look down on you because you're young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in life, in love, in faith, and in purity. So that, and then this is obviously a purity ring saying that you will wait until marriage to have sex. True love waits. Right there is a quote. People are using religion as not almost as a scapegoat, I would say, or I guess scapegoat kind of has a negative connotation. But instead of just saying, I don't want to have sex until I get married or until I'm in a committed relationship, people are having that because that's what I believe in, or I don't think that's right. They have religion as something to back it as such. This is, and it's in all different religions. This is a quote from the Quran. The believers are those who protect their sexual organs, except from their spouses. Therefore, whoever seeks more beyond that, then they are transgressors. Still the same idea. It should be between you and your spouse. Wait until marriage. The same type of idea.
Parents' responsibility on morals. So there's a Parent Responsibility Act that is put into place, different in every state that states what the responsibility they are to take place for their children's actions, and it varies in different states. And this act holds them responsible for something like if the state is to believe that the children did not have what they were like the idea of what they were doing, and they weren't sure what they were doing, they blame the parents for their actions. So this is put into place because children are born not knowing anything and naturally follow what they see, so their parents or what is around them. And there's a quote by Lincoln. I believe that the fight against crime starts in the home. Parents must take responsibility for their children to show them love and guidance from an early age, so they learn to respond and the rights of others. Respect the rights of others. And parents' influence. So since a child is born with no knowledge or information, they're ready to learn that, and they expect everyone pretty much most people around expect parents to teach them that morality and what is right from wrong. So a parent is a child's first teacher who shapes them to who they will be. And anything that interrupts a person's parent is most likely to affect their children's behavior. So this is in a way saying children that don't have parents or orphans are already being affected from the beginning because they don't have a stable moral guidance from their parents. So even though parents are the influence, there are situations in which parents can't be held responsible. The reason they are juries are a thing, or else they wouldn't be a thing. And they even though parents take a big action, also aside from a children's behavior, also what affects a parent's emotions and the stress is what can affect a child's outcome. So from the stress can cause parents' emotional distress or marital conflicts or instability, disrupting a parent's parenting, and the outcome is poor childhood.
Okay, so I'm just going to go over what we've talked about. So we talked to you about how society influences our morals with the examples of tattoos changing, religious beliefs concerning premarital sex, and a legal example of parents being held responsible for children's actions. We believe that tattoos are now making a positive influence on people's lives, and instead of being able to kind of express yourself in a speaking manner, you can do it now in a visual manner, so people can see what you believe in in order getting a tattoo on your skin, and shows what your beliefs are, saying like a religious tattoo. And religion is still a reason to hold abstinence. And next, the way parents take care of their kids and show them from what's right and wrong will depend on how they decide to act in the future and treat people. So, say their parents are acting in a poorly manner around the house and around the kid, we believe that the kid will go out in public and act in a poorly manner and not make the right decisions, to where if the parents were doing the right things and showing their kids the right ways of life, that they will follow in those footsteps. And so society influences our morals. There's no way around it. So we have to get our beliefs from somewhere, right? So now that you have taken a second to realize that, make sure you are being influenced the right way. And thank you.
escape?
No, it's still on. I just have to log back in.
Yeah, sorry. Great. Yeah, just go ahead and pause it. You can trim that off later.
Yeah.